Greetings, friends. It's been a while since I've been online to tell a story and say hello. I think everybody's pretty tired at this point. I saw something that said next week has been exhausting, and we're all kind of tired. But I was out working in the yard today with Steve, and the sun was shining, and I started feeling a little better, and I just have been missing sending greetings to my friends. So I was thinking of a story. I don't think I share this one because it's very embarrassing, but I'm going to tell the story today. And many years ago, when I lived in Mill Valley, I was getting my hair cut. I think it was probably 1988, 89 maybe. And I was visiting my friend Bev out in Fairfax, California, and I'm getting my hair cut. And we were chatting, and then she said to me, "Karen, have your kids ever had lice?" And I said, "No, never, of course not." And she said, "Well, that's funny because you have it." And I started laughing. I said, "Ha, really funny." And she said, "No, really, you do." And I went, "What do you mean? How could I have lice?" She goes, "Well, I don't know what you do." And she pulled a little piece of hair off and held it up, and sure enough, there was this little thing. It looked like a piece of sugar or something. And she said, that's a knit. And I went, "Oh my God, I've heard about lice, but how did this happen? And what's going to happen now?" And she said, well, she was highlighting my hair, and she said, "Well, I'm going to finish doing your color because we're almost done, and then you need to get up and leave, and I'm going to sanitize all my products, and I'm going to spray the chair, and I'm going to go through this, incredible cleansing thing. And everyone's going to see you, and they'll know." And she said, "Just go home, go to the store and get stuff, and, check your kids, and you got some work to do." So I slunk out of the salon, and I was just horrified. And I drove to Long's Drugs, and I went inside, and I bought every lice product there was. I had sprays, soaps, shampoos, combs, everything. And then I got in a phone booth, and I called Steve. And of course, when I was in the store, I had all this stuff piled up in my supermarket basket, and the lady that was checking me out was sort of backing away from me as she was ringing up all these products, and I couldn't even meet her eyes. I was just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening." And then I ran outside to the phone booth, and I called Steve, and I said, "Wake the kids up. We have lice." And he said, "What do you mean?" And I go, "Bev told me I have lice. We all have lice." And he goes, "Well, I don't think I have lice." And he said, "Just come home." So I went home, and I tore into the house, and he checked the kids, I think, while they were sleeping, and said, I think they're fine, and I don't have it. And I said, "Well, I have it." And I was running around the house and spraying everything. I was tearing blankets and sheets and pillows and making big piles of laundry to take to the laundromat. And Steve was chasing me around going, "Stop it, you're going crazy, you're gonna kill us with all this spray. That's like poisonous stuff. I'd rather have the lice personally." And I said, "Well, I can't, and don't ever tell my mother, and what if somebody finds out, and oh my God, this is terrible." And so anyway, I grabbed all of the blankets and towels and everything I could think of, and I went outside, and I opened the back door of my car, and I went to shove all this stuff into the car. And there was this giant sign in the back of my car, a white sign with big red letters, and it said "Lice." And I dropped the laundry, and I freaked out. I ran in the house, and I said, "Oh my God, Steve, the neighbors know someone put a sign in my car. It says lice. Everybody knows." And I was just sobbing and running around like an idiot. And Steve couldn't understand what I was talking about, so he goes out to the car. And he came back in, and he was carrying this big sign. And he goes, "Would you calm down?" He goes, "It was the sun visor." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Look." And he opened it up, and it was a big pair of sunglasses that you put in the window of or in the windshield of your car, to keep the sun out, protect your upholstery. And then he turned it over, and on the other side, it says, "Call police." And it was folded in half. And so just the Lice part, which is also lice, was showing on the seat. And that's what I saw. And of course, I made this big story up about somebody new and they put this sign in my car and I was going to be, we were going to have to move. And I was thinking about that and how when I get scared or triggered, I just lose all sense of reason and I just go down the hole of, ridiculous behavior. So, and I realized when I kept saying, how did this happen? How did I get it? And how did the kids not get it? And I thought, all those little buggers in kindergarten that hugged me, and I got bugs from them. And I love the hugs, but I sure didn't want the lice. And so I realized that how did this vermin take a residence in my hair? Because I guess I wasn't being vigilant. I knew about lice. We'd had all of the stories and the meetings at school, and I wasn't checking myself enough. I guess my kids somehow managed to avoid it, but I didn't. And it's funny how things like that can happen. So how does vermin get into our life? And I think you know what I'm talking about. It's because we weren't paying attention. We were thinking it couldn't happen to us, and then when we are when we find out that this has come into our lives, we have to do something about it. And so we have to eradicate it. So I think I've learned a lot from that lesson about, and from things that have been happening over the past years, that I wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the world. And I was just living my life and thinking everything was good. And so here we are. So anyway, I hope tomorrow we will wake up and we get a fresh start, and we learn not to take things for granted, that lice can come into our life if we're not careful, and lice is not nice. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day before the election. However you're doing that, good on you. Stay calm, be positive. Try not to drink too much. I think I will be. I haven't started yet, but that's kind of my modus operandi when I'm scared or worried. But anyway, I'm just sending love to everybody. Just be kind. Be kind. That's what we have to do. And kind and decent again. So love you all. It's Monday night. It's 3:40, and I'm sending you all my love. Bye.